Avs faithful, we have some big news coming out just before the 2022 NHL draft, as it has been confirmed that Darcy Kemper will not be returning to the Colorado Avalanche. Now, Darcy Kemper has been one of my favorite players even before he came to the Avalanche. When he was with the Arizona Coyotes, mainly, that's when he became my favorite player. But, I knew who he was when he played that like half season with the Kings, and I knew him a little bit when he was with the Wild. But Arizona is really where he became one of my favorite players. Now, the goalie carousel will continue, of course. Last year, we acquired Kemper to replace Grubauer, who left for Seattle. Had Grubauer for a few seasons, and then we got him when we let Varlamov go. So it's been Varley, then it's been Grubauer, Kemper, and now Georgiev is coming in to play with Pavel Francouz. Now, I don't know who the starter is going to be. I could see it either being Pavel Francouz or Alexander Georgiev. But, at the same time, they could also split. They could each play 41 games of the season. So it wouldn't shock me if they were a tandem and they split the games 50-50, or if they test one out and whichever one plays better through the first few games of the season is the starter. So we'll have to see what happens when, obviously, the regular season starts. But we have traded our 2022 third-round pick this year, our 2022 fifth-round pick this year, and a 2023 third-round pick next year in exchange for Alexander Georgiev. Now, Georgiev is someone who I really like Georgiev. Now, he didn't have the greatest of seasons last year. Of course, he was the backup to Igor Shesterkin, and his stats last year, as you can see, weren't the greatest. In 33 games, he had 15 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses. He had 85 goals against, and he he had 832 shots against, and he made 747 saves. But you see the save percentage right here was not that great, an 898, which is just under a 900 save percentage, but you would like to see that increased. He does have a solid, not the greatest goals against average with a 292, but yeah, I do like Georgiev, and you can see his best season here came in 2018-19, when in 33 games he started 30, he got 14 wins, 13 losses with 4 overtime losses. He had 91 goals against, and he faced 1,057 shots, making 966 saves with a 914 save percentage and a 291 goals against average. Hopefully he can come back to that level. Now, it should be mentioned that obviously, with Shesterkin starting for the Rangers, he obviously didn't play a whole lot this past season. You can see only 28 games started, so obviously he didn't get a whole lot of opportunity to show what he could do last season. So hopefully he can have a bounce back season, and I feel like him paired with Pavel Francouz will be solid. And when you look at Pavel Francouz, first of all, you look at Alexander Georgiev, he's only 26, and then we go and we look at Pavel Francouz. He is a little bit older in age. He's 32. He signed to a 2-year extension. So to me, what this tells me is maybe we sign Georgiev to a long-term extension, maybe for 5-ish years. Pavel Francouz finishes his 2-year deal. He'll be 34 by that time. We'll see what happens then. But then I would say Justus Annunen would make his way to the roster. He's our top goaltending prospect, and he's only 22, and I could see him being the backup or the potential starter in a little bit. You can see in his short NHL career, he only played in 2 games. He made 1 start, and he got a win in that 1 start, and he got a overtime loss, I believe, when he came in relief of, I can't remember if it was Francouz or Kemper. It was one of the two, but, he didn't have a great stint. Of course, it's 2 games, and I do think his development with the Colorado Eagles, he'll need a few more seasons, but I do feel confident with Justus Annunen eventually making his way to the roster. Now, with us trading away a 3rd round and 5th round pick, that only leaves us with a 6th round pick and a 7th round pick in this upcoming draft. Of course, our 1st round pick was traded to Arizona for Darcy Kemper. Our 2nd round pick was traded to the Islanders in exchange for Devon Toews. Our 3rd round pick was traded obviously to the Rangers in exchange for Alexander Georgiev. Our 4th round pick was traded to the Red Wings last year when we brought Patrick Nemeth back in. And then our 5th round pick obviously was traded to the Rangers for Alexander Georgiev, leaving us with a 6th and 7th round pick for this draft. So, yeah, don't expect the Avs to do anything too crazy. Just get some prospects that will most likely fill out the Eagles roster, but could eventually be some players. You never know. Mark Giordano went undrafted, so you never know. But the Avalanche will not have any picks until late tomorrow night. So anyway, that is just some news, and I figured I'd update you. I'm going to be streaming for the NHL draft tonight, so yeah. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.